Hey, y'all. Welcome back to a special edition of Hopped Up Beer Review. We are drinking our way through the 2023 Brewers Advent Calendar. And tonight, we're reviewing Bambule from ÜberQuell out of Hamburg, Deutschland. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we're drinking and reviewing, and sometimes we have the wrong glass. We're here working through the Brewers Advent Calendar 2023, and as we have mentioned on previous episodes or other episodes, we are not necessarily reviewing these in order. We're going to review them all at once and drop them all at once. So with that, I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. Which beer in what out of order are we drinking today?
Who knows?
Bambule.
Bambule. It's a cool can.
Pilsner. Yeah. From ÜberQuell out of Hamburg, Germany.
I love the can art from last year too. It was pretty much the same, if I recall.
It is exactly the same.
Exactly the same, yep. Ironically, I have the old one sitting just right over here in my eyesight. I can see it.
Bring it over. Let's.
Then I had to get up and do that.
Cool, Ben. Why even bring it up?
I don't know. Maybe it's not even really over there. Who knows?
Wow.
Are we going back into our matrix again?
We might be. It's even a beer.
Oh, you didn't do the dirndl. That dirndl is going to foam up on you.
Yes.
Didn't we agree not to drink from that thing again? You can't properly pour in the dirndl.
I mean, I don't know if you agree not to drink from it. I don't know why you'd be drinking from my dirndl anyway. You keep your hands off of my dirndl.
Is yours hazy?
It's unfiltered.
What little I can see, yes.
Andy's looks better than mine. I mean,
well, it's all the lights of the
attic.
The
festiveness, yes.
The attic is beautiful this time of year.
It is. Speaking of, if you have not booked your attic tour for the holiday season, be sure to do that. You're going to do that now because holiday season attic tours, they book up really quickly and there are only so many slots. And he does sleep some, not much, but he does sleep some. So go out and check out the links below. Get your attic tour booked. You will not regret it.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Bambule.
Oh, this is their export version. Bambule. And the can, of course, on this one, the art is a little different from their one that they keep it domestically.
Do we know what that represents? I mean, it's a weird looking skull and crossbones.
Do you not remember from a year ago what Bambule means? And
I'm sorry, I've slept 365 days or more.
Yeah. So
I had a beer or two since then too, right?
It's 4.8%, 38 IBUs. The word Bambule means shindy. And a year ago, I had to look up what shindy means. I didn't know what a shindy was. It's two explanations: a large, lively party, or a noisy disturbance or quarrel. So that figure could represent either. And we discussed all the musical instruments and, the cymbal hat. And the drumsticks, and it's got a horn at the end of what looks like a femur to the horn end. So
it's a lively party.
Yeah, it says Bambule on it, and just
go ahead and say it, Andy. It's a lively party.
Us, we're lame.
They can.
Oh, they can. Yes, it's a noisy disturbance. That's what it reminds me of.
It reminds me of a lively party.
So
Each is it's open to your interpretation at this point, I think.
Yes. Last year, I was a little confused on my research. So they have a main location on the port in Hamburg. It's the St. Pauli region. And it is in this, it sounds like it's in a very old area. And they brew their barrels and their seasonals and their specials at this St. Pauli region in Hamburg, but their bottles, the bottling is done at the von Schnitzelbauer or von Schnitzelbaumer in Traunstein. And we're actually going to be doing one. We're also we're reviewing one from, I believe, a Helles from von Schnitzelbaumer coming up pretty soon. So they bottle off site, but they have their barrels and their seasonals and others there. And that the brewery at which is in that older area of Hamburg, it's in the port region, and it was once a whale oil distillery, a market hall, a warehouse, an air raid shelter, and a jazz club. So this building has been recycled and repurposed many times. So ÜberQuell I didn't find the year that it was founded. Strangely enough, I thought it would. But they have 7 year-round beers, and then they do monthly specials or limited releases. I'm done.
Do you know if this is a year-round or if this is a special release?
This is a year-round.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
The Bambule, I don't know if their export is
Right.
year-round. So
They could be doing the export simply for our
Yeah.
box here because
simply for Costco.
Yeah.
Or is it Sam's or Costco?
Costco. Yeah. So yeah,
Costco.
good segue here. We grab these boxes at Costco. If you're watching this video, you have no clue what this box is. Every year around September, Costco has the brewer's advent calendar for that particular year, and you can go pick it up. It's roughly, or has been roughly, $70 US, and has 24 half-liter cans of beer from Germany in it. So, pretty decent deal, I think, based on what's in the box. And we reviewed it last year, and we are reviewing it this year. We're doing a little different this year. Last year we released one per day starting December 1st. This year we're actually just going to review them all and release them prior to December, so that if you happen to have a different box or happen to have different beer, maybe we're reviewing one that you've had. So
yeah, if you think about it, it's really not that bad of a deal. If you go to a bottle shop, you're going to pay over $2 per individual import, if you buy singles. So
yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
So that's why I buy 27 of these every year. Just make it through the year. I get it done.
We'll work on Andy's math in the future.
I mean, you may have to. I'm not.
Yeah.
Andy could tell me they were
wrong.
27 cents a piece. I would not know.
If you were paying $3 a beer, it would be $75. So just 3 times.
Yes,
25.
$3 a beer. You just said $2 a beer.
Yeah, so I said a little over $2 a beer.
Okay.
For 24 beers. So
we can argue about
Go
math,
wrong.
semantics, off air. For the viewers that are still here, let's go ahead and review this beer. We had this last year. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have pluraled that. We did have this beer last year. Definitely one that's hard to forget the can art for.
Yeah. I'll never forget this beer.
No, for sure. I think it is a little bit different, but I think as I'm trying the beer, I have no clue what I rated it last year. So
I do.
So right. Well,
It holds you to it.
yeah.
No.
If you don't rate it the same, you're a phony.
All right, Jay. Tell us what you think.
I'll be happy to, man.
Thank you.
I often wonder if my rating last year wasn't upgraded because of the can art. I really like it. I mean, it's got, like you guys said, kind of has that horn with the crossbone there, and the hi-hat on top. I'm not a Pilsner fan. You guys know that. I mean,
That's why I made you go first.
yeah, no. If I have to drink the light beers, I prefer the lagers over the Pilsners. It's okay. It's not great to me. Can art does look good, but I'm going to ignore that today. I'm going to judge the beer by the beer. And this beer to me is a 6.5. And that's where I'm going to go.
All right. Andy, what say you, sir?
I can faintly remember from last year. This was, oh gosh, we had gotten at least a third way, maybe close to half before we got to this one. And we had multiple German beers. And I remember, and most of those were Helles, and you got to remember, a Pilsner originated in Czech Republic. It's gonna be a little more bitter. This doesn't say a German style Pilsner, which is a little maltier than Czech style. So you can get a touch of the bitter from this, and based on those other, I wanted it to taste more German, but now that I'm thinking, it's not a German style of beer, the Pilsner, but I think I wanted it to be better last year based on the can art and all the cool German taste we have, and but I think I'm going to keep it at what I did last year. It's really good Pilsner. It's easy drinking. It's a touch above more than a touch above our macro Pilsners and others here. I'll give it a 7.0. I think it's about the same. I think I rated last year.
All right. So first off, I say, hey, if I see this can, never having seen it before, let's pretend
You're going to buy it.
If I see this can in the store, I'm going to buy it, 100%. So I think they've got the marketing down there. I think this is an interesting enough can. I mean, this thing is going to catch your eye. I mean, between the pink and the green and then the skull, you're not going to not buy this if you walk into a store and see it. So I definitely we'll give them that. And it's one when we're going through and kind of opening up our boxes here, it's one that I pulled out and it's like immediately like, okay, yes, I definitely remember this one from last year, because it is so unique from the can art's perspective. That being said, I think that I have no clue what I gave it last year. I really do not remember. I haven't gone to look. Jay knows, but I don't. I think that I think that just going off of what we've had so far out of this year's calendar and thinking back to what we've had over the last year, whether it be Advent calendar or not, other German beer we've had, other beer we've had, period. I think this one's okay. I think it's, for a Pilsner's perspective, I feel like we've had better Pilsners this last year than we have for this one specifically. I'm not. I remember having this box last year. Sorry, I know I'm going a little long way here. I remember having this box last year. We did.
Go ahead. Got lots of beer.
There were a lot of beers in here that that I really, really enjoyed. Right. And just comparing them to what we get in the US, that are these different styles. I mean, I felt like we had a lot of variety, even though we had a lot of Helles beers, but there were a lot of really good beers in this box, and from top to bottom, really enjoyed what we had in the 2022 box. And again, this one was in it. I think that, a year apart from it and having more beer and whatnot, I think that I'm guessing I'm going to give this one a little bit lower score this year, just based off of my thought process here. I think this one, I'm with Jay. I think
It's a
this is kind
10.
of like a 14, right? So
Yes,
no, I
that's
think
what
this
Ben
was,
goes.
I think this was a 6.5 for me this year. I think that, and granted, too, the other thing to think about is we're dealing with, has anything changed from last year's recipe to this year? Maybe more than likely probably hasn't, but there's things that obviously can change within the beer too. But I'm going to give it a 6.5. It's an okay Pilsner for my taste. I'll drink it, anytime anybody hands one to me, I'm definitely going to drink it. Only 26 more of these bad boys from the boxes that I have. So I think it's decent. I like it. Are there better Pilsners out there? Yeah, absolutely. That is going to be a 6.7 for the
Bambule.
Pilsner out of
ÜberQuell.
ÜberQuell.
I was waiting for you to hit the button again, but that's okay. All right.
I would have to type and then hit.
Okay. All right. Jay, I know you're running low on levels there, but we're not quite done. So that's going to be a 6.7. Definitely, if you haven't gone and picked up your Brewers Advent calendar, it's too late. Just look for it next year. But hey, a lot of great beer in here. If you've made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe. Cheers, that notification bell. Check out all of our Advent calendar 2023 videos. We even have some from 2022. You can go back and take a look at as well. If we are not reviewing a beer that you happen to have, maybe we have it from 2022. Check it out. Check out all of our social media links down below in the description. Come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room. We can talk about Advent calendar beer and some other beer and other stuff. And lastly, check out our Hopped Up Beer Review merch link. And Jay is Johnny on the spot with our merch. You can get a shirt, you can get a glass, you can get a koozie. A couple other things are listed there as well. We're releasing new stuff periodically, so check back in on that as well if you are interested in that at all. Anything else? No? Okay.
Bambule.
With that,
End it.
there you go. Bambule, indeed.
Bambule.
For Andy in the attic with the translating machine, and Jay, I have been. Cheers, mates.